another one in another month of Camp FEMA, or Police State 4, The Rise of FEMA, or of Endgame, or of Terror Storm. And it is building this community. It is bringing other people in to join together. And then after the meeting, you know, after 200 people come to a movie, or 50 or 10 to your local library, doesn't matter. 2 people together can change a whole town if they take action over time and say, now let's go to city council. Let's form an anti-fluoride group here. Let's go read every week in Citizens Communications government documents about fluoride causing brain damage and sterility and reduced fertility. And then, or let's go, you know, talk about the phony drug war and how the government ships in drugs every week at city council or the state legislature. Or let's go to the legislature, you know, 100 of us with packets of info and talk to legislators about passing 10th and 9th Amendment resolutions and what that means in our state. Pick an issue, pick an enemy, attack it. I mean, that's how this works, folks. Take action. Stop screwing around, okay? When you engage the enemy, you will smash them. But you've got to get up off your hind ends and start engaging them. We've got the truth. We've got history. We've got the red, white, and blue. We got George Washington's spirit behind us. We've got what it takes. We've got the red blood. All they've got's the scam. We can sweep these people aside as soon as we get a fighting spirit.
Amen, Alex. Amen to that. You know, one thing in the film that we talk about is solutions. And Charles Key, one of the representatives in the state of Oklahoma, has some excellent solutions that give teeth to the 10th Amendment. A lot of people say, well, oh, you can pass a resolution, but it's just, it doesn't mean anything. Well, he has actual legislation he talks about in the film that will give teeth to the 10th Amendment. And we want everyone to go to don'ttreadonme.com/screening.html. They can register for their screening right now. There are over 106 screenings publicly listed on our website right now, and there are over 192 cities that are involved in this effort. So
well done.
Viewers to take it.
Well done, and then you can do it again a month later in July and have 500 cities. And again, people are welcome to do this with my documentaries as well. Get the word out. But this film is so important because it deals with how to take the states back, how to take the counties back, how to get our sheriffs elected, how to kick the corrupt feds, who are nothing but errand boys for offshore banks, out of our states. Get out of here. And how the states can say, we're keeping our money. The feds aren't going to tell us how to live our lives. The feds aren't going to tell us how to run our schools. The feds aren't going to tell us what to do with our... It's over. It's over. Gary Franchi, let's go to some calls. I want to go to the Genesis phone line system, then I'll go back to Adam, Rachel, and others that are holding on our phone system down here. We're taking calls on both phone systems today. Who is up first here, Genesis? Who should I go to first? Mike in Georgia, down there with all the Georgia peaches. Go ahead, Mike.
Yes, Mr. Jones, when talking about this incident down in the Gulf, there's 2 things that come up that I would like to be asked of anybody that has any expertise. One of them is the casing that they changed the design just days before the incident happened. They went from a 5-inch casing to what was reported as a 9 7/8 to a 7-inch diameter. And this was discussed in the MMS Coast Guard hearings. And I'm quoting out of this when they're talking to Mark Hafley, who was the VP engineer. It says, when they ask him the question, don't you think the size of the casing you set up your Halliburton Seamaners for failure? Okay, so basically, you know, it doesn't sound like they were trying to tunnel. It sounds like they were trying to build a bomb. And
I've seen that, and excise that out again and send it to showtips@infowars.com, because I read that a few days ago. And exactly. And that's why everybody started throwing fits 2 weeks before when they got the order to add a larger casing on top of a smaller casing. And I'm no petroleum geologist, don't know very little about drilling, but more than most of the general public, because I've done some research on it, but still almost nothing. And we're going to do some shows with drilling experts, petroleum geologists. A lot of them are scared to come on because they don't want to be blackballed by BP, because they can, they all work together with the oil companies, kind of stick together. But it's on record that the people were on the rig, and this isn't normal, calling up, head engineers and cussing at the BP people in Houston. Going, listen, you bleeper, this is going to blow up. And then 2 weeks later, it did. I mean, the men on the ships and the other engineers sat there and watched engineers. And believe me, this doesn't go on, folks, because I've talked to a lot of my family that works as petroleum engineers, roughnecks, plant managers. I had a great uncle just died who ran for decades one of the biggest plants in Houston. I mean, let me tell you, those people are yes, sir, no, sir, and that's old-fashioned, and they bust their butt. I mean, it's like a slave operation on these oil rigs. My uncle worked offshore, the one out in East Texas. In fact, I ought to get him on about this. And, you don't have head engineers with 2 or 3 degrees going, listen, you effing idiots, this is going to blow up. I mean, do you understand that that's on record that was going on?
Well, there's also on record they talk about how they dumped the drilling mud before the concrete had an opportunity to set up. There was a professor, Robert B., who was on 60 Minutes. He's from UC Berkeley. He's an engineer there. He's been testifying. And that's the other thing I like. Why did they let the drilling mud out before it had an opportunity to set up? It's like they pulled the pin on the grenade with that one. And the other one about redesigning is like that's when they designed the bomb.
It's amazing. I'd read that, and that's the problem. I read all this, and I get in here, and it's like, how do you even cover it? I'm going to try to do some of that with Chapman, just hit headlines and get his take on it, some way to get all this news out, because it gets... Gary Franchi, I mean, that is crazy that they did something here never done before and unorthodox, and hours before it blew up, they made another secret alteration that had people all over the drilling rig throwing fits.
Well, it's irresponsible behavior, and look what happened. Now we have the fishing, shrimping boats out there in Louisiana. People are getting sick. Industry's dying there. It's an absolute national tragedy, and it's just one more reason why we have to move to alternative fuels, hydrogen fuel cells based on water, Stanley Myers type technology. That's the solution, Alex.
Well, just a few weeks ago, Jacobson here in the office brought me an amazing New Scientist article. Then we pulled up some others where MIT in the last few years developed a type of cheap solar panel that could literally free us from the power grid, and then the World Bank bought it and won't let anyone have it. Just another example of confirmed technology that taxpayer money pays for, and then that DARPA just grabs and goes, here you go, World Bank. You're our banking parasites. We worship you. More calls straight ahead. Stay with us.
If you suffer from poor sleep, you've got to try MyPillow. Introducing the most revolutionary, most comfortable, and coolest pillow ever, MyPillow. Imagine your very own custom-fit pillow. MyPillow is the only pillow of its kind on the market that uses a patented fill, custom-made to your exact individual needs. MyPillow is 100% made in the USA and has a natural built-in cooling effect that keeps your cervical nerves cool, and that helps you get the best REM sleep possible. MyPillow helps alleviate snoring, migraine, sleep apnea, and other sleeping disorders. MyPillow is antimicrobial, non-allergenic, dust mite resistant, machine washable and dryable, comes in many sizes and will not go flat. And best of all, MyPillow comes with a 10-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. So what do you have to lose except poor sleep? Go to MyPillowShop.com, mention coupon code GCN and receive up to $40 off. That's MyPillowShop.com, or call 952-442-6199. That's 952-442-6199. MyPillow, for the rest of your life.
Hi, this is Alex Jones. Did you know that the global elite are now storing non-hybrid seeds in secret storage vaults near the Arctic Circle? Did you know that in a real meltdown, non-hybrid seeds can become more valuable than silver or gold? It's true, seeds have outperformed even gold and silver before in this country, and it's possible that could even happen again. So our friends at Solutions from Science have put together the perfect mix of non-hybrid seeds. They call it a survival seed bank, and it can produce an endless supply of nutrient-dense food for you and your family. And here's the best part. These seeds have not been genetically modified in any way, and you actually get enough seeds to plant a full-acre crisis garden. So visit them today at survivalseedbank.com. That's survivalseedbank.com, or give them a call at 877-327-0365. That's 877-327-0365. Remember, in a real crisis, non-hybrid seeds are the ultimate barter item. This is Alex Jones for survivalseedbank.com.
The problem.
How do I cook food without power?
How do I light my home with no electricity?
How do I get emergency radio broadcasts?
How can I make safe drinking water?
When your power goes out, the solution for cooking, baking, home lighting, listening to the radio, and producing clean water is the Family Emergency Kit from Karo Stove. Karo Stove has been in business for over 12 years with the largest selection of kerosene stoves and family preparedness supplies in the U.S. Now, get the Family Emergency Kit at KEROstove.com for only $4.29 plus shipping, a savings of nearly $200. It's perfect for off-the-grid living. Call 888-395-1164 today. That's 888-395-1164 and ask about weekly specials or check the specials online each week at KEROstove.com. Again, call 888-395-1164 or go to KEROstove.com. Karo